Hi everyone, I'm Ben, and this is the Board Game Blueprint. This week's episode is going to be part 2 of ACD Games Day. You can watch last week's episode about the panels and seminars that are held by the publishers and retailers by clicking on the link in the description below, where we walk you around the convention floor of the weekend that has all the publishers set up with tables and the retailers walking around to go check out what they might want to add into their stores. There'll also be a flash demo day in which the publishers will quickly teach the games to the retailers just as they would have them do in their stores with potential customers. So let's take a walk and we'll get back to you after the video. As we descend into the depths of the convention center, yes, the mini convention floor is in the basement, I realize that it may have made more sense to end this video with the tag about if you hadn't seen your favorite publisher, because I didn't show you any of them before in the first installment. But here we are, and this is going to be a literal speed run to make sure that we can see everything in a timely manner. I can't imagine how we're gonna make this work for future conventions, but we'll give it a try. As we can see, all those tables are set out, as explained before, with the wares on display to see and give an idea of not only the table presence, but also the colors, really, and the pop of what a game could look like, not only on someone's table, but also in a game store. So we have publishers of all different sorts. We saw CMOD at the very beginning. We just saw Hasbro. We have Arcane Wonders, I believe, and so many more. A bunch of different games that I had never seen before, which is really neat. And just, again, love the whole feel of learning and teaching and the excitement and electricity that goes along with all of that. As we go through, we actually saw a couple children as well, and just really neat pieces and componentry. We'll probably make our way back once or twice to a couple different booths. Unfortunately, I think we'll be going so fast, can't really get a good look, but feel free to pause the video at any time to maybe try to snag a name from a box, and then you can look it up in the future, get some more details about it. There's a Transformers back wall, and looks like a couple more things. That was kind of a marble table from, I think it was USAopolis, that company, that brings to life those published games. Here's the Haba table, which was right around when I received my Haba Game Design Contest entry kit. So that was really neat, just trying to get a lay of the land and what sort of games they specialize in. But of course there are all sorts for not just children and families, but anyone in between. So we have, we just saw some castle walls, kind of for role-playing or miniatures type things. I knocked over that piece by accident. And just really nice people everywhere. So I could not get enough. I wish that there could have been more time for this. I believe it was just the one afternoon, actually, that this was held. So sort of retailers placing mental orders about the games that they want to order, that they think that they could sell, and that they want to be kind of known for selling as well. A lot of reputation in this industry, as I'm sure you are well aware. That was the Greater Than Games booth, and here we have something else. We just went through Happy Salmon. If you haven't played that, I highly encourage it. North Star Games was the mind behind Evolution, and so on. I believe that was The Climbers, which is a really neat three-dimensional kind of puzzle sort of game. We have Lasercraft, so kind of not only can you laser cut inserts, but also really neat pieces that for a miniatures game can really bring the game to life. Love the amount of detail that's possible with something like that. And the neat thing too about the industry is that the longer that you're in it, and the more that you introduce yourself to people, the more faces you begin to recognize at these different events. So I had met a couple of these friendly faces for the first time, and now every time that I see them someplace else, it's just sort of that we have that history together. So really love not only playmats, but also that opportunity to become acquainted with more and more people. This is Genius Games, who's located in the St. Louis area, and they specialize in science-themed games. Here are some pins and magnets, I believe, from sort of publisher, or maybe it's a retailer to retailer sort of experience. Got some miniatures for some games here, and hopefully this gives you a wide spread of what's available. So here we are now at the Flash Demo Day, where a couple rounds of games are being played. ACD had a really neat system for collecting tickets by playing more than one game. I believe each one that you did, you received a ticket, and for every 2, you would actually cash it in, as it were, at a booth or at a table where you could get kind of more games to bring to your store. So had some really neat things going on, just sort of like the convention floor. I got to play, I believe, 2 games myself. One of them was called Barbarians, there we go. It's cute kind of teddy bears fighting each other sort of thing with dice, and I'm a big fan of that sort of stuff. We have all kinds of social games. There are a lot of loud tables that you maybe won't be able to hear unless I turn on the volume, but we see that this whole floor is just filled with them. The next walk around that we've got slated is going to be Origins, which, for some, is the perfect size convention for all their gaming wants and needs. But until then, we'll have a couple more videos to fill in the gaps, like an episode with Eric from Small Town Mayor, who is the designer of the Board Game Blueprint logo. Until then, please hit that like button if you liked what you saw, and hit that subscribe button if you want to subscribe. I'm Ben, this has been another episode of the Board Game Blueprint, and together, let's build something great.